Yeah, I feel like JD Gaming, they're going to have to play fast this game. As the damage from the Rumble, Azir, if we do go late, the Wombo we have for Team WE, it is good. I'm just concerned for Team WE. Can we ever get there? If JDG should be able to get 2 off these few creeps rather quickly. And they have this lane really far up. Here comes Missing, and here comes Shun.
Oh, yeah, this will be a big problem. Taeyun and Vampire are not aware that this play is going on. Missing with a big flash. The double knockup is there. Shun is on his way. Ignites are down. They're turning on to Missing. The stun, the cleanse, and first blood goes with the Corki, but it's immediately traded back. Shun gets one for his summon.
And for Rumble, who did have Skarner on that side of the map, so I think that's a good highlight. Now, of course, those bot sums are down. We see Shun
Round
trying
2,
to charge
baby.
up an empowered ability.
Let's see what we got. Missing, kind of looking around. Nice knock up there coming through. Turrets out onto Missing. Good damage onto Taeyun. He is not able to trade it back, and the bot lane jungle is dominating down here. Monkey coming in. They're trying to get onto Missing, and they manage to. Now it's a 2v2 with Shun on low health bars and Pays with no mana. But Vampire's got nothing left in the tank, too. And they got plenty of auto attacks to spare on the side of JDG as they claim the feat of warfare. And now Monkey's going to drive him right into the turret. It will be a 2-for-2 in the end, but 2 kills on Shun are better than 2 on Monkey at this current stage. It will not be up for any potential grubs, which obviously it didn't look like Team WE are going for anyway. They're electing to take the dragon for themselves.
They're hitting 3 turrets.
Plates.
Like,
yeah, this is good.
I mean, yeah, like you're dropping grubs, but it's a trade for the dragon.
Yeah, I like that. You know, sometimes the opposite team decides, hey, we want to take out these grubs because we know it'll be good for you. And we'll go and we'll trade everything we got. And here we go. They're going to go all the way in on Allah. This is a good job to really prevent that CC from coming down, but that Impale is a little too much to deal with.
And WE just went out. I think the trade for them, just with the comps we have early on, the fact they traded Dragon for Grubs is nice. Now Scoutman overstayed his Vampire.
Oh, I like this. All right, see what Scout can do. He manages to sidestep here, but he does get hit by the Sand Soldiers. And now Monkey is ready to chase him down. Good flash, too, to avoid the seismic shove. And Monkey picks up his 4th kill of the game.
With him being stronger early on. Opportunity for the ringleader of Team WE and their strongest player to really make a big impact in this game. Okay,
all right, we're already seeing Shun make a play here. He does manage to get on top of Cube. Cube knocked up as well. He does have a 2-level advantage, but he is in full retreat mode as Allah's looking to chase him down too. Monkey is on the way. He's looking to drive his way in to save his top laner, trying to get close to Shun. He forces Shun's flash, and they manage to kill Cube, but the teleport is here. Karis has joined the party, and he's looking to shuffle Shun in, and he does. Shun falling very low. Monkey picks up number 5. Allah will be able to dash out of there. It is a 1-for-1 in the end.
That bot wave. Instead, we have a reset, a match of tempo, and JD Gaming are going to be first and have a little bit more power on this bot side with Karis being stuck top, but Missing is too far up, and he's going to be taken down.
He burns his ultimate. He's getting pulled in by the Magnet Storm. Taeyun trying to get onto Pays. Here comes Scout off the Weaver's Wall. Good flash from Vampire. The Equalizer goes down as the cow is on the grill right now. Vampire taken very low as Monkey continues to chase down Scout on the other side. He will get his Heartsteel proc. Seismic shove onto Cube as Cube is now slowed up and in trouble, and he's overheated and cannot get out. And Pays will pick up the kill there.
Grubs and some free time as JD Gaming's done a nice job of recovering and pulling out 3 lanes here.
All right, Karis is trying to do what he can to hit this turret called the Forge God is coming through. Now,
no.
Karis with a nice flash there as this turret, though, it's still standing there on top of Karis. He knocks both of them away. They will be able to secure that turret. Now Vampire going in, looking for a little bit more here. Karis is a little low. Monkey looking to drive all the way through. Flashes forward, lands the Impale down onto this Pantheon, who's taken really low, and Karis will be able to find the kill, and now they're looking for Allah next. He's going to Searing Charge out of there, but Monkey's still on top of him, forcing the flash out, as Team WE are playing 1,000,000 miles a minute right now.
One-dimensional champion. And that was really good spacing by Karis here in the back half, even getting Allah's flash, too. This was really well played, well managed. I thought a lot was given up to get this first pick of Azir, but this has been a big pick for Karis and Team WE, and he's shown why. I get the Ornn in the Rumble. I just feel like they really needed damage and needed the tank buster. I was really surprised it wasn't Jace, but they can play side lanes with really no recompense. Karis going to go down here.
Yeah, that is a huge worry. Who's going to get the kill? They will give it over to Scout, unsurprisingly. Well played from JDG.
I'll pull off a play with the Talia Weaver's Wall and syncing up there. Shun still has that Grand Starfall if he wants it. Monkey was trying to get out, but he might be stuck now. Ult coming in.
He is really tanky, but see what happens. The equalizer going
Great
down.
ult.
It's going to do some solid damage here, but Monkey is way too deep and gets shut down by Shun. While the Forge God knocks up Cube. Shun trying to get a little bit closer, but again, missing. Manages to survive on very little HP. Burnt from the mid laner and top laner, respective of each team.
Yeah, if you see the toggle, JD Gaming do have a ward in that embankment brush by Taeyun there. WE have a pink ward in there, so some false information. JD Gaming getting a little bit more than what WE knows. This is a nice wall coming in. Good setup.
Yep, Vampire forced to flash away. The ultimate out from the Varus as well. Forces Monkey's flash as Vampire can't do a damn thing. Another flash gets burned as Ala gets in there. Onacon gets aggro too. Equalizer coming down, but it's really only on top of the Dragon. The stun is on to Missing. He's absorbing so much, and he punts a man in. And it ends up being a 1-for-1 for right now. Dragon down to about 2,000 HP. Monkey is not around, so it will go down. Scout, seismic shove off to the side, forcing Team WE toward the bot lane as they go mid.
Pretty much every flash up for JD Gaming outside of the Alistar, who does have the knockoff flash. So I think a fight here is actually quite scary for WE. Part of why we're seeing JD Gaming force so hard. Weaver's Wall, circles coming down.
Weaver's Wall coming through, but Team WE, they all get on the other side, except for Monkey, who gets pulled back in and knocked up. He's trying to kite back, but he gets stunned, and he's stunned, locked, and goes down. Shun doing well to prevent a lot of damage, but he will finally fall as Taeyun has a lot of HP, and he's starting to frontline. He wants a piece of Pays, but he won't get it.
In the back half, and can really help empower Rumble Corki. A couple champs that, outside their ultimates can struggle with a little bit of range, too. Rywise could be a really big tool, so we have seen mid-drop. We're trying to pincer on the Pays, but TP coming in. Vampire's got a great angle, though.
Yeah, Monkey is on the wrong side of the map right now. He's going to be able to at least drive his way up, but Vampire went in.
We're out.
He's got no flash now. Well, the Forge God coming through, that means that Vampire will be the victim here. Equalizer goes down for some okay damage, but it really doesn't do that much.
Going to be a cube reset and TP back, but there's no Equalizer, and that's a big cooldown gone.
Monkey's on the bottom side. To be honest with you, Cubby, I think they could have just went for a Baron if they really wanted to, but instead they'll look for the fight here. Teleport coming in. Karis will be from behind. Monkey is kept out, so that Otacon will go over to JDG. Taeyun over on the side. There's the Impale. It's onto one target. It's onto Scout. Karis is going to turn over to Pays as Ala is on top of him. He gets chunked out hard, but Scout ends up falling too. Ala has to run a 4-for-1 in favor of Team WE.
I have to see a reset out of Team WE, but I really need to see a replay of that fight. I was so focused on Karis with the angle. And yeah, he was able to trade himself out for Pays, but I didn't really see how Scout went down too and what options he had. Asked for Taeyun and Karis to step up in this game and step up to the big carries of JD Gaming, a Team WE want to have a chance in this series. They really stepped up in that fight.
Vampire chunked down to half. Monkey using his flash, but he gets stunned up. He does manage to impale too, but they're not on the barbecue. Missing, gets taken down. Here comes Call, the Forge God, rifling through, lands on the Vampire. Pays is low when he finally falls. Is on the backside. Karis doing so much work. Ala getting low. He's got to run. Scout falls. Ala falls. Shun is running scared. Team WE are taking down JDG. Do you believe, Cubby?
Kind of teased that Team WE's damage kind of kicks back in the late game. That Rumble was melting people. As the inhibitor's going to fall, we're going to have to see what else WE want. We do have a Grand Starfall going out of the Rumble. Cube's going to be forced to flash. He's stuck. That's a mistake. They may not get Dragon from this.
Oh, no. It's a
hold
rough.
on.
Wait a minute. We're going to try to turn it around. We're going in on Shun. No, they saved their boy. The anchor of the team is well protected by Taeyun and Karis, the carries from Korea.
In the early game, these guys later on. And JD Gaming about to, off of a red side selection where they had side select, going into this game, going into this series. Gonna choose red side, not blue, what every other LPL team's gonna be doing. Challengers and this going up against Scout and Pays, both who have international titles in their hands. Now performing in the first one, but missing. He's got the God flank. WE's here.
He's got his flash up too. Call the Forge God coming through. Karis goes golden, but they got to bail their boy out. He's got to find a way out of there, but he's so tanky, it doesn't matter. Vampire getting in there, so is Monkey, and they're wiping JDG off the map. Team WE are going through a growth spurt right now, and the Shuriman Emperor is dominating. You cannot escape his clutches.
Oh, man, the Impale on top of the Equalizer, that's like, throwing the spatula and making sure that those patties are getting milked. As JD Gaming, they might be beefy, but they're going to be burnt. That's a well-done, crispy burger that WE was able to cook up. So they're going to take game one.
Team WE, we had doubts that they'd be able to survive the early game, and they managed to do so. Monkey's doing donuts right in front of the fountain as they take a 1-0 series lead. This is a big deviation for Karis this game. Last time around, he was given a lot of resources, expected to scale up. This time around, he's going to have to be more proactive early on with this Ahri ultimate, trying to move around in a row. So down that critical summoner spell, yeah. It's not good.
Ooh.
Good ultimate there, chunking him even lower. Monkey does slide in, but Shun is standing by, waiting.
Well, if they were able to spot him.
Wait, they didn't see him. They didn't see him, Cubby. And Cube gets ignited and goes down. It's first blood going over to Allah. Monkey trying to do sneaky things to maybe turn this one around, but the snip is there, and Allah gets a double.
That is utterly disastrous for Team WE. As Cube on a carry mismanages his lane and gets outplayed. That last R cast by Allah, I think, very significant. It pretty much meant that the ignite...
Hook landed an illusion.
That's deep, though. Can't follow that.
Yeah. Taeyun did have to burn his barrier down to half HP as Vampire. Paze is going to dash forward now as they're really looking to make the play. Scout is on his way down. He's going to run warp his way through. Now he's going to flash right on top of him. Roots up Taeyun, and Taeyun will fall to the Winter's Bite. And that are the feats of warfare for JDG. Yeah, just looking to have a takeaway here for JDG solo lanes. Rise and Gwen able to do ridiculous things with those grubs. We'll see when this first dragon gets taken, as that one's still on the map right now. Shun really not too concerned, just going to clear out his top side. Meanwhile, Scout is going to get free time in that bottom lane. And so far, so good here for the side of JDG. And for Team WE, we're still waiting on Karis to do his thing, right?
And that's about it, or like a Realm Warp. But being able to proc these Winter's Bites so quickly, it really does put a hamper on WE, again, trying to go over the top and find this backline. When you have to get through that, get through a Gwen, too, who, if you're going to play within the range of those scissors, I mean, always have to be careful about what they can do. I am concerned for WE as we move throughout this one. Force WE to overextend and farm them, and just getting punished along the way. As we've seen that with... this is the answer. As okay, we're setting it.
Hook goes down. This is a nice play there from Vampire. Well played. And they managed to get Taeyun a kill. That could be big. This is a bigger symptom of the issue that they had in Game 1, where Taeyun was left with very little left, as Taeyun has to pop his ultimate. He's going to get knocked up and stunned, and knocked up again, and will go down. Oh, a nice play there from the the jungle support duo of JDG.
A little bit of downtime, just waiting for our objectives to get back on the map, but it's going to be time where you're just going to see Scout scale on up. Has that Roa working on the Seraphs, and Awa might be a focus. Of course, no ult. Doesn't have access to Flash. Well,
that's unfortunate. All right, we got the Cyclone coming out here, and Allah's going to be able to dash away, but he does get hit by the charm. Vampire hooks a wall, but it's not going to be all that bad. Monkey gets a big shutdown. Okay. Almost 1,000 gold in his pocket, Cubby.
Hey, that kill is going to secure first brick for Team WE.
That would have been an Angel Reese level play, my friend. As,
I like that reference. I like that reference. All right,
I know you do, brother. And maybe a couple of people will get that. Maybe Devin Booker Truther will understand that one.
Yes, Kaisa is big late. Yes, Wukong scales. I think Wukong can do some damage this game, but man, playing at a Lucian Braum, I think what Lucian's able to do this game, like, he gets to interact with everything and everyone.
Yep.
And when you have that with a Braum, a Rise is in, a Gwen that you have to get through, the fact that WE's behind the curve, I think they're really behind the 8-ball. Because this game being even and then being down 2 Drakes.
This fight, Taeyun is going to have to back up, but everybody's up here. Allah does have teleport available.
That's aggressive.
Vampire going to get to the backside here.
Oh, God.
And Scout is going to root him up. Not a whole lot of damage coming through just yet, but it's starting to get hot and heavy and chunking him down. Monkey back on the Rift Herald here as Taeyun and Cube still really unable to find a way in. Hook goes down onto the Braum as the charm goes wide. Teleport coming in on the backside here as Taeyun and Cube are still cut off. Monkey going to get into the backside here, but Paze a culling right in the face. Taeyun to the backside. They managed to find Paze, but guess what? Now Taeyun's stuck with Scout and missing. He's got to flash away. Other side of the fight, Vampire going down to Shun. And now Karis is stuck in the middle of 4 members trying to get over to the rest of his team and can't land the charm on the Scout. Trying to get good damage in, but Monkey goes down. And now Karis and Taeyun are backed into a corner on the wrong side of the tracks with the Wolves and JDG chasing them down and the turrets and the Realm Warp. And Karis will fall to Allah. He's got 4 kills. Shun's got 3 kills. And JDG are dominating.
Wade and chasing there and helping out his overextended teammates. It enabled JD Gaming to actually resync on up and make this look like a very one-sided fight, as they also get the objective in the picture-in-picture to get back to live on the map. And yeah, WE falling a little bit further behind in the game where we don't like their scaling.
Yeah, the synergy was just not there for them, right? It felt like, you know, Taeyun and Monkey get in there, and it's like, well, wait, where are the rest of our dive buddies? Well, you know, Cube isn't able to do anything on the backside. As you said, Karis couldn't get through. And the big charge coming in, and here come the grubbies. Twitch chat, yes, Twitch chat helping out JDG, trying to take down these turrets. Taeyun and Vampire, there's not really too much they can do. They are going to land a hook down on the missing. But, I mean, Vampire just takes half of his HP for it. Karis coming up through the side. It feels like Team WWE are trying to get a little bit desperate here. Monkey does have a second knock up there. Only going to use it to disengage, though, as JDG continue their onslaught.
Yeah, Karis wasn't able to sync up his charm with the CC and didn't want to cast his ultimate to reposition. So that's just going to be a couple ults burn, another turret falling. As the lead grows for JD Gaming. It felt like Shun and Scout had a much better idea of how to play this game out. And Awa, just solo, has played this lane very well.
Yep, he's done so much work here. He forces the flash out of Cube, but guess what? There's a bit of a problem as the charm comes out, and they will be able to get the shutdown, and it goes over to Cube. That could be big. This bottom side is going to knock down this turret. And it looks like JDG, they might be able to get this top lane turret if they really want it. It looks like they'll elect to move their bot lane elsewhere.
You know, I think if that Santa Braum skin actually pops Ghost, he should have Rudolph appear.
That would be so cool.
Yeah, just
Riot, please.
There, Riot.
Not overly concerned about this, to be quite honest with you. They're going to head up toward this Otacon. Allah's going to get the solo gold for this turret. And overall, this is still a very positive play for JDG.
I like this call a lot from JD Gaming. They saw Ari TP down, and they understand that Cube has a TP, but Ari actually go respond to Allah. So Team WE, their only solution after this is just to drop it. We'll pick up the mid-outer, but JD Gaming getting Otacon is going to be strength the rest of the game. As that buff's a nice one.
Yeah, I mean, you know, there's not much that Team WE can really do, right? Obviously, you have to prevent that dragon from going the other way. And I mean, hey, you know, credit to them. They were able to take two turrets on top of this.
Oh, I guess they can't fight because Karis is top. Man, if Karis had a TP, I mean, they could have had a numbers advantage. Of course,
looks like Karis is on the way.
He's playing defense.
Yeah, good job here from the Ari. Just
this
trying to force him out of there. This Monkey is out as well. Shun forced a flash over the wall. Karis is going to chase after him. He's going to land the charm too. Here we go. See if Team WE can get close. No, Monkey is forced off. Now Karis is stuck in the pit alone. He's got a flash over, but he gets knocked up and gunned down by the culling. And it's a disaster of a play for Team WE's mid laner.
I really like the ult to try and get the flash. The ult cast to get over the wall was a little
here we go.
Wants it. Oh,
that's all you can do. Go for it. Pays manages to escape. Taeyun's full HP, and he manages to flash away. Cube trying to do big things here as Shun is well protected, and so is Allah. They just can't do damage to these guys because of their abilities. And now Taeyun is getting hopped on. He's got to try to cook, but he's run out of room, and he will fall as well. JDG are running over Team WE in this game, and Cube is next. That is an ace for JDG.
I think Kai'Sa is very fake in this composition. I really like Lucian Braum into this pick. Like, how is Kai'Sa supposed to interact if she gets any stacks of Braum passive on her? With how quickly JD Gaming can pop that. And that attempt on the re-engage from Monkey, I mean, you're down in Ari, so you're fighting down numbers, and it felt like a bit of desperation. We're going to see Vampire catch another wall as he tried to follow this one up.
Oh, picture in picture. Let's see what's going on here.
Goodbye,
Monkey is going to go down as now Pays and Missing are running this game. Yep. Pays finally starting to get on the scoreboard here because his team's been cooking so hard.
I'd throw a fit. That'd be demoralizing if they did.
Well, it seems like a bit of a better strategy, Cubby.
Yeah, I don't think it's doable.
All right, let's see if Team WE can make anything happen here, but Cube can't even get in there with this Counter-Strike because there's nobody to jump on. Scout's going to flash forward and look to finish off Karis as Allah picks up kill number 7. Everybody on JDG firing on all cylinders here in Game 2. This is the JDG that we expected to see. Shun and Scout doing a lot early on to drive this team forward.
Shun was a beast this game. Again, he flipped that topside play. I know Allah has all the kills on the scoreboard, but I think that Shun's the MVP as he picks up yet another kill on JD Gaming.
Last stand here as they walk their way in. Only 4 members on this Baron, but guess what? It is already gone, baby. That is JDG draped in purple. Don't go for the dragon. Just end the game, JDG. Come on.
I just can't believe that it was Kai'Sa drafted into Gwen's in Rise topside. I feel like that needs to be studied.
I mean, it was a first pick Kaisa, right? Like this is
yeah, like you see the rise, and like we talked about Xin being up. I think that Zin's ability to play into this champ is really strong, just with the Crescent Guard and the knockup. I think the Braum ban was a big miss. They didn't think that Missing or JD Gaming would pull it out, or maybe just weren't expecting it. And I mean, yeah, all Team WE can do is really take inventory and wait for Game 3. This is a very one-sided game, too.
Last chance, Team WE. Let's see what you got. They're going to go all in on Ala. He's going to go golden. Down goes Vampire. The culling is out there, and now it's a 4v4. They managed to hang tight for at least the moment here. Keep going to land another stun as these turrets, these structures are still going down. They're not able to chop down the health bars of JDG. Nexus exposed, and it looks like Pays is not interested in ending the game quite yet. We'll dash to the side after they find the kill on Ala and say, okay, guys, that scared me just enough. We will end this game, and we will even up the series at 1 apiece.
I don't see a world where Team WE are able to function later on. Like the scaling of the Scion, the Kindred, the Xayah, even the Aurora who has some nice AP ratios is going to be way too much. It's going to be about the over-the-top early game damage. Dude, what are those, like, couches they have? Like, the influencer booths?
The VIP area, brother. LPL? I would love to be sitting on a couch watching League of Legends right now.
I mean, I gotta work and stand, man. If I sit down, I'm gonna be wrong. Okay, that graph's a lie. I don't believe that WE graph at all.
Are you suggesting that we get a casting couch?
Yes, the...
Oh,
no way.
My goodness. I cannot believe that worked.
No
First
way.
blood going over to Team WE.
Trade, right? Not even a flash advantage with them showing top. They can look mid. Karis doesn't wait to see where Scout goes, and frankly, they don't... oh, White Cube still playing. The Shun might be in trouble.
He's going to hop
get
over
the crab,
here, but he's going to get chased down by Cube. Flash for flash. What? Oh! He flashes to the other end of the pit! And Monkey finds the kill. What's going on with the GOAT over on JDG and over on the bot lane here? We are seeing a 1-for-1 where Pays manages to find the kill over Taeyun. And now Pays is going to look for the second one here. Got a lot of feathers, a lot of auto attacks. He's not going to be able to find more. They need to make this play happen. Shun has had a lot of downtime, so it has to happen.
Well, Vampire can catch it. He's going to have to.
Yep. He will, and it looks like he will go down with the ship here. So he is just not quite tanky enough to be able to survive through it. He's taking a couple of turret shots, but he'll be okay. A successful play there by JDG.
I'm making sure that Pays gets kills and Pays gets fed, which always okay to sack resources as the Scion if you're making sure that your Xayah is getting more. Yeah, Missing has 6. Vampire does not. That's significant.
Yeah, they got to try to find a way in. They're missing that Q here. Scaris wants to go in, wants to land this charm, forcing the ultimate out of Ala. One grub will go down. JDG getting forced out. He had to use his flash too.
Ala's out of there. They can play this.
Yeah, let's see. Shun looking to
Ala
hop
cannot
back in.
join.
Maybe still this last one is Missing is going to get caught up here, and he goes down. Between worlds from Scout coming through. So he managed to find a way on top of Pays. Shun taking good damage as Pays is trying to get away, but he's slowed up. The root is coming out huge. And Karis will be able to survive. He'll be able to hop out of there.
Just deciding to walk in the Q range of Vampire's the Ona and getting one-tapped, which level 6 advantage be damned. As Missing being one-shot, very significant there. I'm going to enable Team WE to pick up the 2 grubs, which gets them the objective into Q range of Vampire and just getting one shot, which, yeah, that wasn't great. Meanwhile,
you know what else is suspect?
Cube's going down.
Cube.
Good find.
Shun shows up to the top lane, gets his second kill. Still only on 2 marks for the moment with the sweep. As
They have to be careful of Ala. Control. Yeah, look at Ala. He's
Cube has no
that
TP.
Wave. Yeah, he's walked down early. There's no TP, so I think it's just a Dragon Give. And WE looking to cut them off on the way back in.
Let's see what they're going to be able to do as Vampire is moving down. He will be level 6.
They're wary.
Oh, I like this. I like this. Here we go. We're going to go all the way in here with the ultimate over the top from the center. Multiple members staying alive. Scout a little low, but the triple knockup is there. And Pays comes down to pick up the scraps of Team WE. Even Ala will get in there for a little bit of help, but a really, really good play out of the Pays Missing bot lane. And all that's left is for Pays to pick this one up on Vampire, which I'm sure he will in a moment or two. Well, Vampire doing well to burn a lot of time here.
I mean, what a Lamb's Respite coming out from Shun. I know he went down. That pretty much made the play happen. As I think I just saw Vampire lose his real flash. First brick would get it for Team WE, and I think they're going to pick it up here in the bot half. So Team WE getting back out of the map here has been okay, but Cube in trouble yet again, but he has friends.
He's a walking stack, or maybe he isn't. Ultimate over
friends.
the top from the center to try to shield him up. A Monkey and Vampire can't get in there. He is just a walking stack, bro. As he goes down, that pink ward will get cleared out.
I really like how JDG is playing this Kindred into the Yorick. We've seen Yorick be a really big power pick. Again, this Champions kit interacts really, really, really well against Yorick, and I love the fact that JDG are really cashing in with Ala and Shun, just hard focusing down Cube. I know he's only gone down twice, but just setting him behind the curve like this, and you can see how easy these plays look for JDG to pull off, and just how unplayable it is for the Yorick when Kindred gets set top. Really like the focus from JDG. As Shun, of course, wants to get to 4 stacks, get that break point, but first brick secure, and that's going to be Feats going over to Team WE as Scout.
He's going after Karis. The Between Worlds, the flash is burnt.
Ooh.
We have control of this river once again, but JDG bearing down on them. Taeyun trying to keep them at bay as this dragon has been started up. Karis does have that stolen ultimate in the back pocket right now, just looking for a good opportunity.
Missing?
They want to go into Missing. Charm is on to multiple members, and Missing is going to fall. Scout gets charmed on the backside too. He's got to flash away, but Monkey ults the wall, and now Cube has to try to get away. Monkey getting back in though because he's got the Rakan body, and now they're looking for a little bit more. Pace is the target. He gets blown up as Shun couldn't save him. Shun couldn't save him, and they turn on to Ala, and they take him down too as Team WE are fighting back.
The Lambster Spike was late, and Missing again gets caught at the start of it. It was the quickness that was stolen away by Karis that found Missing, who was way too far up with no ult for himself. That led to the first death and the first reset coming in for Monkey. I know it didn't connect on the Pays, but, sorry, Scout, but at least he got a splash out as WE.
Karis wasn't able to actually get close. He's going to look for it, but Scout shows up. And now they're going to maybe look for a turnaround here. Karis going to drop the Between Worlds, able to escape a sticky situation as Cube gets the turret on the bottom side.
Vampire might be going down.
Oh, wait.
Monkey's here.
Looking for a turnaround on the Shun, potentially gets knocked up. Scout is here. They did stun Missing. He's getting very low, but again, nobody else really around to help out. But a teleport coming in from the backside as they're going to engage on the Scout. Missing is going to exit with Shun, and that means Scout's wrapped up. He's able to go Between Worlds, but Cube with that clutch teleport coming in after the roof, and an abscond duck lands on the Scout, and Karis is able to find the kill, and things are unraveling for JDG.
Forcing so hard in what I consider still a power window for the Viego and the Silas versus what we have. Missing?
Oh, Missing! Oh, goodness.
This is Missing.
He's living up to his namesake, man. And on this Rakan, this is his champion. And this is something that we really haven't talked about, is that Missing early on in the year was a big startup by Team WE. He's actively hurting JDG. Let's see if JDG are able to bail out their much maligned support in this game.
This is the champion that he had, like, what, a 27-game win streak on? It just absolutely filled it. I think career, I know it's over a 75% win rate.
Yeah, it's just below 80%. And meanwhile, I mean, Cube is just doing his thing.
Cube, he doesn't have a TP. WE's going to try and buy as much time as they want.
TP,
I don't think Otacon matters a ton. They can't walk forward past the past everything, but yeah, they don't care. If they're able to delay the bases, this is going to be at least an inhibitor turret down. If I'm Cube, I don't take the inhibitor yet. I would not push past this, and therefore I think it's kind of a waste of a TP from Ala. Because if you take an inhibitor this early, I don't think it's good. Now they see Ala.
Hang on, Karis is so deep right here. He's going to use Between Worlds, but he gets knocked up and goes down and gives over a shutdown to Pays and a miscue from WE.
Yeah, he thought the Between Worlds could get him out of there. That was not the case. He does have a TP, but I think he only has enough mana for like a combo and a half.
Taeyun can't really find a way in. Vampire's just going to go all the way in right now. Get some shielding. Flashes out as they burn the ultimate out of Pays. Karis going in, but he's only able to charm up one, and he gets stuffed by Missing. And now they're going to try to turn around the Monkey, and they do. JDG win the fight critically.
Really well played by Ala and JDG, missing another good counter engage. As I think that after the last fight, Yanni might have seen a difference of ideas here for JDG, with them being like, okay, Missing, you can't be on the front line anymore. Let's try and catch the Silas and Viego when they go in. That's looked a lot more successful.
All right, the Maiden trying to help out Cube a little bit here, but let's Let's see. Scout really trying to chase him down. All on the angle tube. Scout is going to burn the flash here. So
I'm surprised about that.
As long as Cube doesn't really burn his flash, this is a successful play, even if he dies on the side lane here. There's 40 seconds until the Baron. He is going to burn his flash now to try to get the rest of his team there. Here comes the teleport from behind. Taeyun coming through as well, but guess what? JDG's here too. Karis going in. They're going to target out Scout. He's low. He's dead. His shoot is late again on the Lamb's respite. They are not synced up right now, Cubby. It's a double kill for Karis, and the Baron's up in 20.
I mean, we just saw Team WE reach for a fight, and on the back half, we saw the Scout and Alma reach way too far. Again, just pull off this. Just hitting it could be big in the first place. And Missing's dead.
Oh, Missing just walks into it. And Monkey will pick up another. Shun desperately trying to find a way in, perhaps a little too desperately. And finally, he will just settle for his chickens. But JDG, once again, it felt like they were pulling it together. And they just fall apart again.
About to take game 3 against JDG here. They have Senna scaling, and it feels like they can really overwhelm them on the push, which they're doing with the Baron. There's going to be a lot of gold picked up. There's a lot of standing gold still on the map. As you can see, York focusing on bot. That inhibitor's opened up. It's okay to take now. And Taeyun, I know that you get to use that R going up against the Viego and the Silas, but up against Senna, that's hard. As Cube is down flash. Okay.
We're selling out for Cube.
He's
Everything is going to be burnt on him.
Yeah,
Team WE cannot get close.
That's a turret. The Dragon spawning in 5 is WWE focusing on the wave first. Vampire going to trade some of his health to spot Scout, but I think that's well worth it. WWE is going to get in here. They're late to the Dragon. That goes down. TP from Cube, but that's late.
Yeah,
and they rout JDG.
It's not on the other side. Yeah, they're slowing some of these members, but a teleport matched by Ala here.
They're going to get mid-enter from this, but not worth it all. JDG, the fact they stuck it with the 2 marksmen is big. Them crossing here, though, could be dangerous. Karis.
He's got that between worlds to do good damage. Vampire wants a piece of the action. Karis gets a little bit too close. He goes golden. The knockup is there onto Monkey. Monkey's got to try to find a way out, and they manage to take down Karis. Monkey in the GA. Cube gets over the wall, but Taeyun has to try to shield up his jungler, who is now taken over the body of Missing. Scout low, but not going to go down. Taeyun trying to kite this one out. Shun does pop that, but that ultimate trying to keep himself alive. Monkey gets to the backside, but he dies. But Taeyun has that range. He's hitting from so far away. He gets knocked up critically. Scout not really able to get close. What a close fight there.
Try and play around Taeyun in the range, but yeah, ripping it's the move. You have double marksman. Just start plugging the objectives. Monkey's not here yet.
3,000. It's down. It's secured by JDG. They're going to turn on to Ala. Meanwhile, Cube is getting an inhibitor over on the other side. Vampire comes in with a big stun there. This is huge, but Scout managed to get back, and now the turnaround is here. Missing going to look for Charms here. Hops over to Ala's dead body, and they find Pays. Pays drops the ultimate down to keep himself alive. Lamb's respite is there too, as Shun is able to hop out, but Pays cannot, and Monkey is bearing down on them. He falls, but guess what? It's Taeyun, the hero, making the play happen. It's a triple kill.
That's it, a 4v5. Yes, the Baron goes over, but it's only on the shoulders of Scout, who's going to have to stop the push. Cube already got 1 Nexus turret. Scout's doing his best to kite it out, but they're going to rotate. I think this is the game, Yanni.
It's the Baron for Nexus trade, Cubby. JDG opted into it, and WC said, we will take it, baby. Team WE are 1 win away from doing what every LPL fan thought was impossible.
Cube kind of flipped things up, but no, it's just gonna be Ambessa taking it. I really like JDG's draft. I feel like we're gonna go to a 1v1 to see who gets game 5 side select
for the team.
Playing for the win con, baby.
Good luck. Level 3 here for Vampire and Taeyun, but as well as Pays on the route. Missing! What are you doing? He detached, but Shun not able to at least save the day. It's going to be first blood go for WE. It is going to be a trade as Vampire is unable to escape the clutches of Pays.
Okay. I mean, that's going to be a lot of camps now being taken away from the Sejuani. That wave is at least pushing back, and Vampire able to make sure they punish. Vampire getting the kill is a bit of a whatever.
Oh, hang on. Vampire slowed up, and he's going to die down here.
And
Shun is playing for his 80 carry.
Dude, Pays went backstage and was like, you failed the Kindred game. You are my dog for this next one. It's like turbo behind in this game.
Cubby, you got a bark, bro.
Oh, my goodness. That's expensive.
Yeah, that's really good. Going to get Ala some of this gold down here. You didn't get him any grubs, but he will be able to make hay in his own way, get a plate for himself, and get out. JDG nursing a very small gold lead at this moment.
They're just going to set up for the Dragon. There's push mid, there's push bot, and with the Azumi, this has to be given over. Do you think it's really important that, again, Team WE, they're going up against Ezreal Yumi. Like, they're going to get outscaled this game. We talked about that a lot in draft. So the fact they've taken both these Dragons on time is big.
Very good stuff as Fixing has now hopped on Shun. They make a look at Karis, but nothing really going on. Pays and Missing are on their way too. Monkey a little bit too far forward. He's going to Cataclysm Shun. Scout to the back line. Fate Seal is only going to land on the one Ezreal. Coming through doing good damage. But Ala in on the teleport. Cube teleports in a little too close. Chunks out Shun. Is able to slide his way out. So a lot of scrapping, but not a lot of killing. But now they're going to look for Pace. They're going to find the knockup. The exhaust is on the Monkey. He's going to take good damage, and Ala is in there. Dead. And Ala's in a 1v5, and he falls to Taeyun as Pace in the back of the pit is forced to flash over the wall. Curtain call coming out. First shot misses. Second shot lands. Third shot lands. Fourth shot does not hit. As the cat is on the boar. Scout looking for Monkey. He was able to hop out to the side. Karis is on the top side here. Monkey's hovering around, but it doesn't look like they're really interested in getting this Rift, so looks like it'll go over to the side of JDG.
Think they want first brick, or do they want to fight?
Monkey getting slowed up. Now he's going to look for Scout. They find Scout. They root him up. They CC and lock him down. He finally falls. Ala's on top of Taeyun right now, but Cube and Karis are starting to run this fight. Karis over the wall makes the play, but Ala's there too, and they turn on to Karis, and Paze is pumping out damage. Down goes Karis. Paze is fine. Cube has to run. Ala not going to be able to knock him out of the blast cone, but Cube is stuck between a rock and a hard place and will fall, and JDG convincingly win this fight 4-for-2.
I think Soul is the only thing that's helping them, and this is the worst Soul they could have rolled, frankly. Like, Ocean Soul is just kind of going to match the sustain that JDG has.
Here we go. Who's going to win the Smite fight? It's secured by Vampire. Ezreal coming through doing good damage. Taeyun got targeted, but he cleanses. And now he's got to get out of there, but Ala is going to start running amok now. Drops the Hextech ultimatum on top of Vampire. He's got nowhere to go. It's 2 kills for JDG.
It's too easy. They've already outscaled him. All this farming from Monkey, yeah, he got a lead. I don't think he drove it home big enough. I still really question. We said that we really like JDG's draft coming in. The scaling's been good.
Here we go. Fate Seal. It lands onto both of them. But he goes a little bit too deep. Taeyun was hanging around too. A little bit of healing up. Scout's got to snap back. But he gets fourth shotted by Taeyun. No further roots coming out, but here comes the curtain call. It looks like Karis and Cube are out though, so it's just a little bit of, just a little bit cosmetic damage that would go into anybody if any.
Choosing red side game 1.
Yeah.
And this could kind of come down to whoever wins that 1v1 and gets blue side. Being a big advantage.
They're hoping it down to Otacon, by the way. 5,000 HP and getting lower. Teleport Monkey's coming in on the backside here from Cube. Monkey trying to get in there. He's got the Cataclysm out. It's secured by Karis, and now they're going to turn on to Monkey. The question is, can WE evacuate the area? Cube is getting out. Karis is teleporting, and they can't stop this man. And it's Grand Theft Auto here for Team WE.
It's worth. I think they get mid-outer too, as all that time, real estate invested by JDG goes to the wayside. They kill the jungler, but job was done. So mid-outer going to fall, and WE, they'll take that. I don't know how much that changes the game, but it's something. I don't know if I love that one or not. You could just build Bramble on Jarvan and just kind of call it a day. It's fine. You're going to get to 2 items and be chill after that. They have spotted Paze.
Yeah. WWE looking to congregate up here. Monkey trying to get to the backside, disrupted by Shun. Paze is going to shift out. Scout over on the side, goes down. They're going to try to convert it over to Ala, and over on the backside, Monkey in a little bit of trouble here as Karis is caught in the cage. Vampire getting low. They managed to find a double kill there. Karis maybe wants to go for a little bit more as he gets stunned up by Shun. Paze getting chased down. He's in the back of the pit. He's got nowhere to go, and they find him. Team WE with no quit in them, and they're going to find Shun on the backside too if this curtain call lands. No, they're not going to find him. They find him! It's Soul for WE!
Taeyun finds the snipe. WE finds the Ocean Soul. And JDG truly in shambles. I need a replay of that one. Scout got blown up, had flash, had ult, goes down as Karis got the best of him. And that engage from Monkey looked goofy. It looked bad. It ends up working out. They kill the pieces around Paze this time. We're actually able to get on top of them. That's Ocean Soul secure. This still wasn't the best role for the game, but it's something. Neutralize a lot of the power of the Yumi coming in and fights. It does force heal cut. It needs to be built here for JDG.
Scout needs to find his old world's form and
He's gotta
fast,
find God,
bro,
man.
because
Yeah.
he's running out of time, and his team are running out of time, man. The 2021 world champion is a far cry from what he was, and he needs to find a way to step up. They're going to engage on to the Sejuani here. Monkey goes in. He's in a little bit of trouble. Cube gets to the back line. They find Missing
They got
here,
Yumi.
and they're on top of Paze too. He's got
Why
to
is
shift
Yumi
over
not
the wall.
attached?
Fade Sealed coming down onto Cube, but guess
Karis!
what?
The
Paze
Karis!
goes down. Karis is playing so damn well as Team WE do it again, baby!
Where were you when Karis was smurfing on Scout in a best of 5? Team WE, they don't want to play the 1v1 for side select for game 5. They want to find the one red side win of the series to secure it for themselves. Why was Missing not attached? What happened in that fight, Yanni? And why are we taking a fight like that to the choke? The Glacial Prison was so early on the Vampire where no one could follow up. JDG are starting to panic, and their series looks, or their season, their split looks like it's coming to a close.
Oh, shoot, is walking into a 4th shot. He's got to walk away, and he dies to the deadly flourish. There you go. That's going to be Baron going over to Team WE. Cubby, this is incredible what we're seeing out of this team that we thought was going to be a group Nirvana team. Listen, you know what? It doesn't fit our narrative.
No, it's, but like, again, Team WE coming into the day 0-11 against the top 5 teams. And they're dunking JDG. Like, JDG has a scaling comp with the fact that they were able to stack up these dragons.
That's what they have, Cubby, as Team WE are
Pace
playing
there?
hard and playing to win. They find Pace. They find Shun. They find Missing. And they are going to find a series victory. Here we go, looking to put the nail in the coffin. Allah is the target. He will fall. Scout will go over the wall. He will snap back, and his reality is grim. They have been denied 11 times, and on the 12th time, the ride attendant says, you are tall enough to ride the LPL roller coaster. Team WE are moving on. They have knocked out JDG, and they will face Top Esports.
Oh my goodness, Team WE. Elation on their faces. The fans going wild in JDG's home arena in Beijing.
These were some of the best highlights from today's matchup. Which moment was your favorite? Let me know in the comment section below. This is OP, and I'll see you tomorrow. Take care.